I just shot a whole great big thing and then realized that my microphone was off, so I'm a bit mad. You do realize that authors make money out of terrorizing the people who love them. That's messed up. Seems like a Tamlin Feyre relationship to me. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, and today we will be discussing A Court of Mist and Fury. It is amazing. I'm sure that anybody who has read this book will agree with me that it is amazing. It is one of the best books of the year, probably in my top 3. I've read this book 5 times now, and every time I finish it, I just go right back to the beginning and start over. It's just so damn good, and I need the next book right now because I'm starting to learn the whole thing off by heart. Sarah J Maas, if you ever watch this, I would really appreciate it if you never stop writing these books. Just keep hauling them out. Just please, please, I need more. One thing that I do want to say for the young people, this is a sexy book. There are mature scenes, so if you're younger than like 17 or 18, I would recommend just waiting a little while and then reading it when you're a bit older, because it might be too much for you. That's the non-spoilery bit of this review. It's just damn great. If you haven't read it, go read it, then come back and watch the rest of this review, because we got lots to talk about. So, bye non-spoilery people. Okay, spoilery people. Tamlin is a little bitch, and I hate him. And he's got a lot to atone for in the next book. He either needs to die, or he needs to somehow make up for the crap he's done, because I don't think he actually can. I take back every good thing I may have said about him in my first review of A Court of Thorns and Roses. I take it all back, because he is an asshole. I have made a list, a long list of all the reasons we hate Tamlin now, because he is a little lying, cowardly little bitch who sits on his ass all the time while everyone else does everything, and then he takes the bloody credit for it. Example number 1. Going back to the first book, when we should have seen all the warning signs and we didn't. Number 1. He stands by silently while Feyre is beaten by the Attor. It's Lucien who healed her. He did nothing. Number 2. He stood by as Amarantha is about to torture Lucien. He did nothing again. Number 3, he stood by while Feyre fought the worm thing, and then Lucien was the one who shouted to her, "To your left, look to your left, it's coming from the left." Why am I pointing right? It's coming from the left. Tamlin did nothing again, because he does nothing. That's 3. Number 4, he didn't help her one little bit during her trials. Rhys did, or Rhys did. My pronunciation in my head just has gone to Rhys, and it's gonna stay there. Can't help it, sorry. But Rhys did, Lucien did, and so did Lucien's mom. Those are the ones who helped her and healed her and saved her as much as they possibly can while her trials were going on. Tamlin did nothing. While she was dying from her injuries with the bone poking out of her arm, it was Rhys who came and saved her. Rhys/Rhys. I'm saying Rhys, so if that's what I say, just go with it, okay? He came and he saved her. He healed her. He sent the music to her. He's the one who helped her. Tamlin did nothing. Again, when Feyre and Lucien are about to be crushed and impaled, Tamlin did nothing. It was Rhysand who helped them again. And all that time when she's forced to do things against her will, and she's literally falling apart and breaking down, and she cannot physically, mentally, or emotionally handle it, Tamlin does nothing. It's Rhysand who sends her the music, who helps her, who makes sure that nobody hurts her. Even, his methods were a bit, but they were all he could do to help her, and he did it. Tamlin could have done something, and he did nothing. Nothing. Coward. And then to top it all off, when Feyre is killed, literally killed, dead, gone from this world by Feyre, he stood there and he did nothing. Lucien literally had to throw a sword at him to get him to do anything. All he did was beg and cry and not actually do any good. It was Rhysand who picked up a knife and actually tried to defend her. And when it actually came down to it, it was Rhysand who got everybody to agree to help her and to save her life. It was Rhysand who saved her, who brought her back, not Tamlin. Why does he get the credit? And then in that brief opportunity that Tamlin had to get her out of there during her trials and to help her, an opportunity that Rysand gave to him, by the way, he didn't do that. All he wanted to do was touch her. Tamlin. I think that it's fairly obvious that I'm not Tamlin's biggest fan. I am severely disappointed in him, and I think he should go sit in a corner and think about what he's done. Another thing that's bothering me, why is everybody so upset about the ending? That was a boss-ass ending. She's going into the Spring Court. She's about to muck everything up for Tamlin. She's about to be freaking bad ass in the Spring Court, and she's gonna have like the best time messing with Lucien. And why is everybody upset about this? Everybody's comparing it to the ending of Empire of Storms. But just to declare, there will be a spoiler for Empire of Storms in a moment. The endings are nothing alike. Nothing at all. Yes, Feyre and Rysand have been separated, and yes, Rowan and Aelin have been separated, but it's different. Rysand knows exactly where Feyre is. He knows that she can handle this. He knows that she is going to screw things up for Tamlin, and she's going to be a spy from the inside, and he can write her letters anytime he wants, and they're okay. He knows that she's alive and that she's safe, because Tamlin may be a dickhead, but he is stupidly overprotective, and he knows that Feyre will be okay and she will manage whatever happens. Empire of Storms is not the case. Aelin he has no idea where she is. Rowan has no clue where she is, if he'll ever see her again. She was whipped and beaten and then put in a friggin' coffin and taken to goodness knows where. The endings are not the same. We do not know if she's okay. We know she's okay. Not the same. Argument over. I can't wait for the next book when Feyre's gonna be messing with Lucien. I think that's gonna be so funny. I can just picture it in my head of her like sneaking around Tamlin, but Lucien can see it all, and he knows, and he can't say anything because Feyre's sister is his mate. She's the only way that he's gonna get to his mate again, and she's gonna screw with that so much. I love Lucien. I love him, but his loyalty is going to screw him over. But hopefully his loyalties have changed a bit, and they'll be for Feyre's sister and not so much for Tamlin the dickhead. And can I just point out this one thing that I am predicting is some serious foreshadowing. On page 253, referring to Nesta, Nesta was waiting at the head of the table, a queen ready to hold court. Tell me that's not foreshadowing that Nesta's gonna have some sort of queenly role in the next book or in books to come. Nesta's gonna be a serious badass, especially when she came out of the cauldron, when she went into the cauldron with the pointing, with the curse, and then Feyre said then that she knew that there was something different about Nesta, that she was not like Elaine, and that there was something different, like if she was going down to hell, she was taking that cauldron with her. I'm speculating, but I really hope that happens. I hated Nesta in the first book, or the first half of the first book, I hated Nesta, but by the second half I loved her because she actually stepped up. And yeah, she got on my nerves in this book a lot, but I think she's fantastic because she is so fiery, and I just love it. I love it. You know what breaks my heart more than the fact that they've been separated at the end of the book? The golden-haired queen was probably going to give them the book anyway. They didn't actually need to give up Velaris. They didn't. It's killing me because now it's been given up and it feels like my home too, and I'm not okay with this, Sarah J. Maas. I really hope that you have a plan to fix this. I love Feyre. I think she's the best thing. She's a badass and she's funny and she's just awesome. I love her so much. But why did you put the books together? I know there must be a reason. I know, but please tell me what it is. Please, because at this point, I don't understand. It was not a good idea. Amren said that it would raise monsters and creatures that should stay sleeping. My question is, what are those monsters? Are they awake now? And how much trouble are they gonna cause in the next book? Because I think that's gonna be great. Just please don't kill anyone I love, please. You can kill Tamlin. I really don't have a problem with that. A book ago, yeah, I would've. Now, Amren. What is she? I have an idea, and bear with me. I think that she's some kind of dragon, or something like a dragon. I've made some notes. She hoards her baubles like a fire drake in a cave. That is a literal quote from the book. They refer to her as a fire drake a lot. And she said, and I quote, Reese hadn't been wrong about the fire drake comparison, and she loves treasure. That sounds an awful lot like a kind of dragony thing to me. I love her. I think she's so badass. I love everyone in the book except for Tamlin. And the king, he's pretty much a dick too. And those mortal queens. I agree with Elaine, they should all burn in hell. Except for the golden haired one, she was nice. Now, about Feyre and Rhysand. Oh my gosh, I ship it so damn much. I think they're the best thing that's ever happened. I love them so much. I'm 100% on board this ship, and I will sink with it if I have to, but please don't make me sink with this ship. Don't blow holes in my ship. I don't get why some people are still shipping Tamlin and Feyre. What's wrong with you? That's not even an option anymore. There is only one option, and that's Rhysand, because they are mates, and because Tamlin is an asshole. But I have had a thought about Tarquin, our High Lord of the Summer Court. He was obviously very intrigued with Feyre. Feyre wondered herself if he thought there was some kind of weird bond with them, if it was his power in her that had become her power, what it was. My question is, what if he thinks it's some kind of, like, mating bond? That could get really interesting. I'm really sad that he's mad at them with the whole blood rubies thing, because I really want them to be friends and to be allies, because I thought he was really nice. And another reason why Rhysand is better than Tamlin. Tamlin said on page 613, he said that he doesn't care if she is Rhysand's mate or if he thinks he's entitled to her because she's his. He refers to himself and allows other people to refer to him as Feyre's master, as in ownership. She's not a dog. Meanwhile, Rhysand lets her make her own decisions. He doesn't let her, because it's her own damn right. He doesn't have a right to say you can or can't, or to let her. He knows that he has no right to demand things from her or to force things on her, that she's her own person. Tamlin wasn't like that. And Rhysand was prepared to spend the rest of his eternity alone and miserable so that she could be happy with Tamlin. Tamlin wasn't willing to do that. He didn't care about her. He didn't care about Rhysand or their mating bond. All he cared about was himself and what he wanted and what he believed was right for Feyre, even though it was literally killing her. I agree with Rhysand, sometimes love is poison, and that is an unhealthy relationship. Raise your hand if you have been personally victimized by Sarah J. Maas. I love Feyre in this book. I literally have it written here on my notes. Feyre is a boss. She, right now, is right there with Aelin for me. These are two of my absolute favorite characters ever written. This book is just, it speaks to your soul. It's like the most beautiful piece of music you've ever heard in your life. It's so beautiful. Have you seen all of this amazing artwork for A Court of Mist and Fury that's been circulating on Instagram? And speaking of Instagram, I'm currently running a giveaway on my Instagram for this. It's called a Dragon's Treasure Box. It is a book merchandise box. It has a journal, it has jewelry, bookmarks, it has 2 books in it. 2 amazing books. I've read them both. They're both by a New York Times best-selling author. It's got a candle, I won't spoil everything that's in it for you, but it is so nice. It's an international giveaway. I will link my Instagram here. Go and check it out and enter if you would like to win this amazing book gift box. So, if you haven't read it, I've probably spoiled it, but go and read it, because it's amazing. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of it, and I can't wait for the next book. But until then, have a great time and maybe watch my vlogs, because I will be posting one of my Italy trip, I'll be posting one of my Dubai trip in a week's time, and then I'll be posting some stuff from Australia. And that's gonna be pretty cool. That's it from me. Take care, guys. I will see you again soon. Bye!